What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video we are going to be changing out the spark plugs and coils on the 2009 Audi S5. Without any further ado, let's get right into it. Before we start, you got to make sure the battery is disconnected. And on this joint, the battery is located, that little clip right there. Battery is located under the spare tire, which is kind of crazy. Usually you would expect it to be here or there, but Audi decided in 2008 and 9, whatever, to put the battery right under the spare tire. Which, you know, makes the job a little easier, so to speak. Which I know what I mean. What the hell is this? It's a receipt for something. Easier pharmacy. Take this panel off. I gotta do this before it starts raining. It's been raining all week. So I guess this is a safety situation. Positive and negative. So let's see. What's an easier way to do this? Okay, I found an easier way to do this. This little sliding mechanism, you just lift up, slide it out of the way, and then you can access the negative terminal. Now all we gotta do, grab our 10 mil and take off this battery. Disconnecting the battery, but our first time working on the Audi. Now at the engine bay, we gotta disconnect, take out this air box in order to reach to take all this out. So I'm gonna start with the easier side. Look like the side where the coolant reservoir is, looks kind of easy. Look like you got 1, 2, those are Torx. It look like a little Torx bit to take out the railing for the ignition coil. So yeah, let's start there. Alright guys, so in order to get to the left side, left from the angle that I'm standing at, you're gonna have to take out the whole air box. So I took out these the stuff connecting to the air box that holds it down. This was a T30 Torx, and you got 2 screws here, 2 T20 holding down the air box from here and here, and there's little clips in here that they get stuck to. Well, there's no clips, but they get like bolted down into there, as you can see, and you just got to press down and they pop right out. You take this out, toss it to the side, and now we got to take out all these. I believe these are the same as let me see, there might be a T20 as well, and yeah, they're T20s. They're all T20s. Again, there might be another easier way to do this, but this is what makes sense to me, and that's what I'm going by. So yeah. Okay, I was able to retrieve that. But let me take all this off and then show you guys the next step. Okay, I decided to make my job easier. Get yourself one of these. I already had this in here I had these for like 2-3 years now, and they still work. But you know, it makes these type of jobs easy, you know, because I was out here struggling, and I'm like, wait a minute, I got one of these in the car. So make your job easy. 1, 2, 3. There's one back here, and there's another back here, and boom, man. Okay. Yeah, I found a shortcut. You don't necessarily have to do all that. Just remove these two clips, pop this out, because what we're trying to do is to get to these bolts. These are really rusted. Look like this was never done. For 127,000 miles, never been done. Based on the rust, it looked like it was never done. Okay, so I had to take this off. I thought it was a shortcut, but I took it off anyway. Take that off. It's held on by like two grommets, like look like a little plug down there, if you guys can see. And the bottom side I'm not going to take off because it looks like it's going to be too, I'm not trying to make my job too difficult. But the intake, disconnect the mass sensor. Back here there's a little vacuum area right here where my finger is, right here, a little vacuum line. And then this right here, I kind of broke this, but it's still held on. I couldn't take it out. Tried to take it off because it's plastic. Due to heat, it just broke. Like as soon as I pressed on it, it broke. Not that I tried to take it off the wrong way, but due to age and stuff, like this stuff was never taken apart, so it is what it is. But it's still held on there. It's not going to cause a vacuum leak or anything. So once you do that, you stick a flathead in here. You push down, it'll pop. Don't push too hard, you're going to break. Push down, it'll pop. You do that to all four of these, and you just wiggle your way. You push down and it comes right out. Right, we got our first coil out. Like I said, once you push this out enough, you'll have like a little bit of clearance, and you just got to grab this like this, put your hand around it and pull it out. It'll come right out. But these are not too bad, but I noticed a little bit of oil inside of this cylinder. I don't know if that's oil. I think it's oil, I'm not sure. But I'm going to take the spark plugs out and see what it is. It looks like oil. First one is out. I got to make sure I put them back in the order I took them out. So I'll just put this here, close to number one, since I have nothing to mark it. Next one's kind of okay. Second one looks good. There's nothing in the cylinder. Pretty clean. Again, be careful when taking this one out, so you don't scrape the cylinder wall when you're putting this back or taking it out, because of this. Unless you find a way to like take it out completely, that'll be fine too, but just be careful. Number two, put that right there. Next is number three. Oops, gotta be careful. Okay guys, yeah, the third one was okay, fine. The fourth one has a lot of oil in it, a bit of oil, see, as you can see, to the point where it's dripped. So that's what was causing basically my misfire. I gotta figure out how to get that oil out of there. You're not supposed to have oil in the cylinder like that, but basically that, I'm sure that was the issue to my misfire. So let's clean up town. Now to retrieve those spark plugs, you're going to need a spark plug removal, a socket. This is a 5/8. You're going to need a long extension. This is a 10 inch right there. For me, I'm using a Silver Eagle. I have a whole set right here. Stuff is like $200-300, probably more. I think I bought it for more on I forgot the website, but I'm using also a ratchet. This is a 90T, as you can see right there on the top. This is what I use for my oil changes. I bought a whole set. There was like 3 of them. And I'm only left with this one. I don't know where the rest of them gone. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Retrieve those spark plugs. And as you can see, the first one here has some oil on it. Trying to focus. Has a little bit of oil at the tip, but don't look too bad. Don't look too bad. One more thing I forgot to mention: when you get a spark plug socket, like I said, this one is Silver Eagle. Make sure it has like that rubber grommet on the inside that holds on to the top of the spark plugs, or the bottom. That way, as you retrieve them, it doesn't fall back into the cylinder. There. Before you install, make sure you add some spark plug protection grease, whatever lubricant, whatever this is, between the threads. Just makes the installation and the removal process easy the next time you do your spark plugs. All right, grab yourself one of these from the auto parts store when you're doing your spark plugs. Okay, number 2 looks a bit better than number 1. It's a little bit dry. It's just a little bit of oil on there, but it's a little bit dry. But yeah, let's get on with the next. Cylinder number 3 looks to be okay. Alright guys, this is the worst one of all. As you can see, even the socket is drenched in oil. I don't know if I need to drain the oil. I gotta figure out what to do with all this oil in cylinder number 4. I don't know if it's number 4. I don't know how these are fired, in which direction, but the 4th, which is the last on the left side, too much oil. I think that's what's causing our misfire. So yeah, bad. Alright folks, one side is completed, everything back together. Now not everything back together. Now it's time to put everything back together, the airbox and all the other stuff, and then figure out how to do that side, because I don't know how I'm going to manage with the coolant reservoir in the way, because this one screw, I'm going to need something very small to fit in here. Otherwise it's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough. Alright guys, there's always one little bolt that turns a 20-minute job into like a 5-hour job. So there's this one bolt in the corner here that was, I couldn't reach due to the coolant reservoir being in the way. So there's 2 little plugs here. Let me show you guys here. That holds down the coolant reservoir from the top, and it's held down by like a grommet, like a rubber grommet at the bottom to the frame. And once you take those 2 out, you just pop out the coolant reservoir slowly. Remember, this is coolant, be very careful. And you just move it out of the way, just enough room to be able to remove that one little stubborn bolt right there. Ladies and gentlemen, the process is pretty much the same as taking off and putting back on. It's just the hard part is finding the space to be able to do it. But since I was able to take this out the way, now everything is easy and breezy. I'll put everything back together. I'll show you guys. On this side, first spark plug, completely dry, nothing, looks perfect. This one has a little bit of oil on it. Again, all this might just be the valve cover. But there's no oil, there's no leak. I don't see any leak from anywhere, so I gotta figure this out. Once again, if you're doing this and the longer extension does not work because this is still in the way, you can wiggle it around a little bit just to make some room, but it's not totally out of the way. Use a shorter extension, because the longer one I was using over there, I couldn't reach. So again, you might want to invest in something like this, a set of Silver Eagles, but the shorter extension will work, and it worked for me. Man, this is oily. What is up, guys? It is the following day. The spark plugs and coils is done. Didn't finish the video because my battery died, and it was kind of getting a little dark because I did start the work kind of late, but it's completed. Our misfire has gone away. It's much better, but I still got to do something about that valve cover and stuff like that. I will take care of that, but I just want to show you guys the car's running right now. But let's go outside and show you guys the engine bay. Okay, here is everything. I put everything back together correctly. There is a little bit of a ticking noise. I don't know what that is. Lifters or something, I don't know, but I guess this is how these cars run. If you know any better, hit me up in the comment section. But yeah, yesterday my hood structure is done, so that's something else I got to replace. As I was doing the work, the hood fell on my head. Luckily it didn't fall too, like, it didn't slam on my head because it just came down slowly. Yeah, the car is very dirty right now, so if you guys can see all that dirt, forgive me. I don't wash this car much. I still need to take care of this damage up here. I gotta replace that headlight, that dent, and there's another dent on the quarter. So there's a few more things that I need to take care of on this car. If it's sold before then, I'm either sell it as it is, or fix that problem and then sell it. But yeah, guys, I hope the video was I hope the video was informative. If anything, I hope it helps somebody, whoever comes across this video. You're having trouble doing your spark plugs, you have an S5 V8. I hope this video helps you and make your job much easier. I had to be the scapegoat. I had to experience it for myself at first, and now you guys could, whoever come across this video, can just follow the steps that I showed you, and the job could be much easier. Be careful with those clips. Again, it's plastic and heat, and because this car is what, 14 years old, almost 15 years old. So yeah. Alright, guys, that is it for this video. If this video helped you in any way, please, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, like this video, leave me a comment, let me know what you think about the video, what I can improve on, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Life is what you make it, my shit been amazing. I can't see a way out, I've been stacking face down off canvases I painted. I just spent the rain day on shit I can't afford, but that's the price I pay for the memories I'm making. I've been going places